Today a reader, tomorrow a leader. SSET Englishtown.
Hello, this is Madeline teacher again, and we are teaching Tuesday, Thursdays, and for class at 5:40. We are teaching August 20th lesson. We're going to do writing skills, pages 13 to 21. So, students, let's open our books to page 13. So, what we're going to talk about today, first is pronouns. So, pronouns are words that take the place of a noun. So, instead of saying names many times in English, it is good to say a pronoun instead. We don't want to say the same word many times. It sounds weird. We don't like it. So, we will use pronouns to say something different. For example, if we say Kate and Tom went to the amusement park, we can change it. We can say they went to the amusement park. If we say the comic strip was very funny, we can change it. We can say it was very funny. We say Sally Ride was the first American woman in space. We can say she was the first American woman in space. What do you guys think? This one is easy? So? Easy? Okay, I think easy. So let's go on page 14, and we are going to rewrite the sentences with pronouns and write them one at a time. The first one we see, the new movie is very popular. Instead, we can say is very popular. What? One student, what can we say? It is very popular. Number two, we can say Harold waited at the bus stop. We can say what instead of Harold? What can we say instead of Harold? He waited at the bus stop. Number three, Miss Blackwell is my favorite teacher. Instead of Miss Blackwell, we can say what? You guys are so quiet on the video. She is my favorite teacher. Yes, Miss Blackwell is a girl name. Next, the roller coasters are very scary rides. So roller coasters are not alive. So many people make the mistake that they will say, for one thing, they will always say it, but is it the correct answer? It is many roller coasters, so instead of it, we should say what? Good, they are very scary rides. Yes, we have to pay attention to one thing is it, but many things are they. Number five, my family took a trip to the San Diego Zoo. I think there are two words that can be good here. We or they. I will say we because we used they one more time before. Okay, number six. Jane and Mark shared their sandwich. Two people, we can say they shared their sandwich. Stay here. So, next we have number 7. Dr. Lucas said to get plenty of rest. Instead of Dr. Lucas, we can say what? This one is another one where we have two answers that can be good. He or she, very good. Doctor can be a girl or a boy, so we can have two or he or she. Number 8, John, Calvin, and I helped them clean up. What can we say instead? We can say we, Claire. We can say we helped them clean up. Number 9, the math problems are difficult. What can we say instead of math problems? We can say it or they. They, yes. Okay. city. What do we say? The storm. We can say the storm is one thing, and it is not alive, so we will say it. Okay, so let's go. Page 16 is going to be homework. So we're going to skip it, and you will do it at your house in your own time. Make long sentences with these pronouns, practicing. Okay, so next page we have articles. We have a, we have an, we have the. I want you guys to pay attention to this one because it is hard if you are a Korean speaker. A, and the. A and an are the same. The only difference we have is A is for consonants and an is for vowels. Vowel sounds are A sound, E sound, I sound, O sound, or U sound. If we have something like our starts with an H, but our sounds like O, so we say an hour, not a hour, okay? So we have to remember these kind of things. When we are talking about a versus an, it is important to remember, when we're talking about the versus a, we use the for specific things. And we use a for non-specific things. So if you change the word you use, you change the meaning of the sentence. So everyone, look at this really quick. I want you to look at these two sentences. Sentence 1, I saw a boy. Sentence 2, I saw the boy. The meaning of the sentence, both sentences are okay, correct. The meaning of the sentence is different. Claire, look at this one. The meaning of the sentence is different. First one, I saw a boy. The boy was not a special boy. It can be any boy. I don't know what this boy. I don't know. We don't know this boy. Any boy. I don't know. Just the boy I saw. Number 2, this is the boy we talked about before. Everyone who is listening, we know what is this boy. This is a special boy. We know who is this boy. It is specific. Does that make sense? So this one, we don't know who is the boy. This one, we do know who is the boy. The change, to the, changes how we think of the boy. We don't know and we know. Does that make sense? Make sense? Okay. So on the next page, we are going to do something. We're going to do this together. Okay, so let's finish these top 10 questions on page 18. So we have to choose if we want to use a or an. So, Pony, do we say a or an? A, Pony. Number 2, do we say a elephant or an elephant? An elephant. Number 3, do we say a ice cream cone or an ice cream cone? An ice cream cone. Number 4, do we say a marching band or a marching band? A marching band. Number 1, 1 letter, 2 letter. Number 5, do we say a parachute or an parachute? A parachute, good. Number 6, an orange or a orange? An orange. Number 7, a umbrella or an umbrella? An umbrella. Number 8, an ant or a ant? An ant. Number 9, a beetle or an beetle? A beetle. And number 10 is an oak tree. Okay, so students, here we see some different sentences. We have to look at these sentences and decide what is the difference between the sentence. This one is like what I said before. I saw a boy, I saw the boy. This one we see, I caught a fish, I caught the fish. We visited a city, we visited the city. What is the difference between sentence group 1 and sentence group 2? What do we think? Write something down and I will check it, okay? What do you think about it? And write it down and I will just check and see if you're right, okay? What does this say? Oh, consonant, okay. A is used with any letter and is used with consonant. So that's not what I think. This one? That one's good. Okay. So the answer is in group 1, the nouns are not specific. We don't know them. In the sentence, I caught a fish. I don't know what fish did I catch. It doesn't matter. What fish did I catch? Any fish. Not important. Only a fish. In group 2, I caught the fish. It is a special fish, important fish. Only fish that matters. We know what fish, special fish. In group 2, the sentences are all talking about a special or specific thing. The nouns are specific. They are special. They are special. The only one, or one because we can say that with anything, and we know them. So this one can be hard when you are Korean speakers, but we have these kind of words in all European languages. But yeah, in group 1, the nouns are not specific. We don't know them. It can be any fish. In group 2, it is one fish. In group 1, an egg was cracked. It can be any egg. We don't know. Any egg that is not a special egg. In group 2, it is a special egg. Maybe it is a dragon egg. Maybe it is the biggest egg. It is a special egg. We know what egg we are talking about. Does that make sense? Make sense? Okay. So let's go page 19. I will let you write some sentences by yourselves, and I will come check the sentence. Write one sentence with am and and write one sentence with the or yes, with the. Okay? And I will come check. Wait. Okay. So, do you see how the meaning changes? What is the difference? Oh, actually, Claire, I want you to write longer sentences. And all the sentences in this book, remember, yes. So, but you see how the meaning changes. This can be any elephant, this is special elephant. This can be any student, now you are a special student. Okay, this was a little bit strange sentence, but it's okay. This one is a special orange, this one is not a special orange. We understand this, how the sentence changes? It can be any country, country or county? Country, oh country, it is upside down, okay. Hot chicken, special, not special chicken, special chicken. This one you need to write longer sentences too, but actually you only need to write 4 sentences and you wrote 8 sentences, so today it must be okay. students, if you're working headed in the book, do not do 22. Okay? Do not do 22 and do not do 23. So stop at 21. Okay, Ellen and Claire? Okay, let's see. Okay, so this one. This one, when we say prefer, we normally prefer one thing to another thing, not another thing, another thing. Okay? So this one you understand well. I heard that you studied French, and it's the same in French, right? So I think we're good. Finished? Okay, yeah, it can be good. Okay, so and so. Okay. Okay. So next part. Where is my marker? Oh, here's my marker. Okay. So in English we have nouns when they can be plural and singular. So remember we talked about this one many times. So I think you guys know by now, plural is for many things and singular is for one thing. The most common change we see to make a plural noun is we put s on the end. Sometimes it is different, sometimes it is es, sometimes it is irregular, we do not know. But when we make a noun, one car, two cars, one person, two people, one class, two classes. We have to change the word a little bit when we are talking about many things. So let's go through and choose if the noun is singular. Students, singular 1, plural 2. Okay? So, coat is a plural noun. Car is singular or plural? Singular, one thing. Pencil is singular or plural? Singular, good. What about teacher? Singular or plural? Singular, good. Okay, what about dishes? Dishes is plural for many. What about flower? Singular or plural? Singular. What about parents? Singular or plural? Plural. Parents are two parents. What about buses? Plural or singular? Okay, yes, it's plural. Buses for two. Next one. Children is plural or singular? Plural. What about finger? Singular. What about song? Singular. Beaches is plural. Children are plural. House is singular. Oh, no, squares. Squares is plural. Okay. House is singular. Then wives is plural. Okay, computer is singular. Maps are plural. Mice are plural. Lawns are plural. And last one, truck is singular. Okay, good. So everybody's finished with that part? Now we have to choose 6 words that become plural. I told you before that when we make a plural in English, normally we just add one s. What are 6 words in this list that become plural not with adding s? We can add sometimes es or another change. So number 1 is we have to look at words in the book that have changes that are different than only adding s. So look at these lists that we have right here. We see coats is normal, just only add s. Dishes is not normal. We see that dishes, we add es, not only s. So dishes is going to be number 1. Okay? We have to choose the words that we change not only with s, but with another thing as well. Number 2, what is another word in that list that changes with a different thing, not only S? These ones all change with only S. We want to find things that do something other than change with only S, so a different change. First one is dishes. What else in the list do we see changes with not only S? Beaches. Beaches has ES. Good. Beaches is ES, so beaches will change different than only adding S. We see that when we have words that end with SH or CH, we want to write ES, not only S. What else changes in a different way? Squares. Actually square spelling is S-Q-U-A-R-E, so this one adds only S. But wives, yes. Wives, wife is W-F-E, but we don't say wifes, we don't say. We change, F becomes V, it becomes Y. Same with leaves or knives. It always changes, or wolves, F becomes V. Buses, we add an ES to. Buses, yes, okay. Buses, we add ES to. We have 2 more. One of them is halves. Is halves in the list? House? That's 1, so it doesn't change the same. What is the word for one small person? One small person. Many small people is children. One small people is child. So, children is also different because there is no S to talk about. It is totally weird and totally random. It is what we call irregular plural. We have one child and many children. And the last one, number 6, is another irregular one. It is mice. When we have one, we say mouse, and when we have many, we say mice. So it is another irregular one. Okay, so finish with that. On the next page, finish page 21 by yourselves. I think it is a little bit easy. Just change the words from singular to plural, or singular or plural to singular, and I will come and check when you finished, okay? So, goodbye. And that will be the end of the lesson today. Check online to see the homework, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.
Today a reader, tomorrow a leader. SSET English Town.